Hey there, Nashua South. I'm Mr. Miller.
I'm Jessica Brox.
I'm Paul Kandarian.
And I'm Yonderson. In this show, we're going to be asking these incredible guidance counselors some questions and ask them to highlight exactly what they do for Nashua South. As we begin our segment, let's start with a warm welcome to our guidance counselors. Thank you guys so much for being here. And let's start off with some questions the students have for you.
What is your favorite part about your job?
Working with my students and, having those interactions with them and the conversations and what we learn about them.
It's definitely working with the students as they grow from freshman year to senior year and get ready for those next steps, whether it's college or the workforce.
Being a part of their journey and how they can progress, and they want to share their successes with us, and being a big part in their self-discovery.
Walk me through a typical day of a Nashua High School South counselor.
Typical day is pretty hard to describe.
Yes, it is.
The counseling department is different every day. You could be in IEP and 504 meetings for most of the day. You could be bringing new students on tours of the building and getting them used to their new environment, writing college recommendations, or meeting with a student that's in crisis.
Pretty much the same for you two?
Yes, it's the same.
I'm not a guidance counselor. I'm a school assistant program counselor. It's a little different. I don't handle the grades or the school, the boring stuff. Handle the not boring stuff. So more the mental health aspect, substance abuse prevention, things like that. So my day's a little different, where students come up, talk to me about what they're going through, if they're struggling with anything specifically. This year we're focusing on goals throughout the year. We all have reoccurring themes in life, and so students will come up during the day, or I'll call them down, and we'll work on that stuff together.
Wow, that's great. Let's move on to some more specific questions, shall we? We'll start off with college and career planning. What things do you suggest for students applying to college?
Well, I think regardless of what grade they're in, starting early is really important. So for our underclassmen up through junior year, if you can start researching careers that you might be interested in, or potential colleges, going on college tours to get a feel for it, I think that's really important. And then the same thing for our seniors. There are deadlines coming up, fast approaching for our seniors that are applying early action. And just getting a jump on that early, starting the applications, getting the letters of recommendation, so that it doesn't have to be a really stressful situation.
Agreed, and also just letting them know that their transcript matters from freshman year on. And if you're an underclassman, trying to make sure that you're doing the best you can in your classes, so that you're going to have the best picture to give that college of who you are.
I don't do much of the college stuff, but just any advice, really. The hard work you put in now, less hard work later. So.
All right. Now, in terms of transcripts and graduation requirements, how does a student request their transcript?
Great question. So if you've got, again, sort of an underclassman who needs a copy of the transcript, maybe for a job or a summer program that they're doing, they can simply come into the counseling office and ask for a transcript or send an email looking for one. For seniors that are looking to get their transcripts sent out to colleges, we have a form in the guidance office that they would need to come and have filled out by them and their parents, and then we can send those transcripts off to colleges.
And they need to make sure that the information is in our Naviance, which is a fabulous resource for students to do college research, career research, but it's also like our post office and how we send information to the colleges. So they have to have it in there too, so we can send it to the schools as well.
About it for you?
Yeah, I have no idea.
And what are the requirements for credits for each year of high school?
There aren't any specific credits required for each year of high school. We work with a pool of what the state says is like the basic core requirements: 4 English, 3 math, 3 science, 3 social studies, full credit in PE, and art, a computer, and health. And so really it's a matter of making sure you have all of those by the time you graduate. By the nature of what students are picking, freshman and sophomore year, they get the majority of those classes. So by the time junior and senior year roll around, they usually have to take English, US history, and a math. And so that leaves them free for some of the other classes. Maybe it's an AP class that's full year, or maybe it's some of our career and technology education classes that are also full year. So it leaves them free for that. But in terms of actual like required each year, no. But students, the other thing I would say is they also can earn up to 8 credits a year, and by the nature of just how we schedule.
Sound about right?
Yeah, getting as many of those requirements done as early as possible is just key, because it opens up so many doors for junior and senior year where you could be in a course like this one that you're in right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was some really good information. We'll have more with our guidance counselors after this short break. Welcome back. Let's move on to how individuals can manage their mental health and support here in a school atmosphere with Mr. Kandarian. I know you handle a lot of the mental health awareness here at South, and what does your day look like?
Crisis management, mostly. A lot of my students know to come see me when they're in crisis, whether that's going through severe depression, anxiety, relying on substances or behavioral issues. They come to me and try to figure out another way out of it. My goal is to make sure that they can focus on their day and what they need to get done without having all the emotional and mental health aspects that everyone deals with. Adults, students, it doesn't matter. We all go through it. So it's good to have someone who is here to support them and have an outlet to talk to.
That's very interesting. And why should students come to you again?
Anyone, if they're suffering from mental health issues, the big ones are depression, anxiety, things we all go through. ADHD, it's hard to focus. I help them with different coping mechanisms. I have a ton of fidget stuff in my office for me, some for the students. So I test them first. It's a good test, but and then students dealing with substances or behavioral issues, like if they're stealing or if they're acting out, there's a reason. There's a core reason why we do those things. And so if they want to work on them, if they feel the need that their choices are getting in the way of their goals, I can help give them perspective and hopefully make better choices.
And how do you connect with students? How do you connect students to like help or sources like outside of school or like a school setting?
So for me, it's choice, the student's choice. I might think a resource outside will be good for them, but if they don't choose to be, to utilize it, then there's not really much I can do. But I talk to their parents if they give me permission, and really just give them the ownership of getting in contact with Greater Nashville Mental Health or any of these resources. We all have connections to different mental health or resources in the community, so sometimes I'll reach out, but for the most part I let the students be in charge of their own recovery and give them the numbers necessary and all that.
All right. Well, thank you all for your input and information. It's now obvious to me that you are all like super crucial to keeping the school running and keep it steady.
Thank you.
And we all appreciate you. Now
Thank you.
for some upcoming events. College representative visits. The dates are ongoing through semester 1. You can sign up in Naviance. Nashua Regional College Fair is Monday, October 20th through 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. in the South Gymnasiums. Financial Aid Night is October 30th, 6 p.m. through 8 p.m. in the South Auditorium. Apply NH Day is November 12th, 8 a.m. through 12 p.m. in the Career Center. You do have to pre-register for this event. Now, before we sign off, is there anything that you'd like to tell us or the students of South about the counseling department that we might not have touched on or might want to retouch on?
I think it's really, really important that students come and get to know their counselor as early as possible so that we can help them on their path along the way. Some students I really only get to know senior year, and we maybe have missed some opportunities to be able to, find the right path for them. So reach out as early as possible.
I would agree with that.
Same goes for you?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for watching. And remember, don't be afraid to reach out to your guidance counselors for any questions. And as always, I'm Yanderson, and this has been Counseling Corner.